Manchester United has just won 2-1 against Rangers in the Europa League. This was a super stressful game. This was a game that you just felt like we had to win because we've had so many poor results. If this resulted in a loss, I think all mayhem would have broken loose. So I am very, very glad we won the game in the last moment there with a 92nd minute goal by Bruno. But man, like I said, this game was super stressful. De Ligt scored a goal and then it was disallowed for whatever reason. I watched the replay 100 times. That should never be disallowed. I believe it was Lenny Yoro that committed the foul and the guy barely grazed the arm of someone and then they made a meal of it and then the ref's like, oh, no goal. And I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, so that De Ligt goal should have counted. It should have been 3-1. But anyways, we got an own goal by Butland, which was kind of crazy. He falcon punched the ball, went flying behind him and back of the net. But when we only had a 1-goal advantage, I just knew they were going to come back. There is no way this United side, low on confidence, is going to win a game 1-0. I just did not see that happening. And what do you know? In, the 88th minute there, Dessers scored. It was 1-1. Rangers had the momentum, and I was super, super worried. I honestly thought we were going to lose this game 2-1 in extra time and it was just going to be an absolute disaster. But luckily the captain stepped up, scored a 92nd minute goal to win the game, and wow, what a sigh of relief. Like I said, I was stressed out, I was sweating, I was like, oh no, the media after this game, if we lose, or even if we drew the game, it would have been terrible. But with the win, I'm a little stressed out still, but I'm just glad we got the 3 points. I thought Garnacho had a really, really good game today. I'm kind of sad that he didn't get a goal. He should have probably got about 2. I thought Bruno played pretty good, so did Ahmad. Bayindir, I think, had a solid game in net, and honestly, I hope he gives Onana a run for his money, because Onana is one of the most inconsistent goalkeepers I have seen at United for 20 years. This guy has a good game, a bad game, a good game, bad game, and honestly, I think Bayindir is about the same in terms of skill level as Onana. So who knows, maybe we can cash in on Onana, get another goalkeeper, Bayindir can be second string. I don't know, but I just don't want to see Onana be our primary goalkeeper for years to come because he is very, very shaky. But anyways, yeah, the team I thought was a decent performance today. I think we should have gotten more goals, especially because we absolutely are struggling to score goals this season, and it's going to be really hard to climb up the table, do well in the Premier League, or win trophies if your team is struggling to score. And this is what I said 2-3 years ago, we need a number 9 that can bang in 20, 25 plus goals a season. Otherwise, you're going to have games that are 1-goal wins or multiple goal losses all the time, which is a huge problem that we have right now. If we look at today's stats, pretty decent. We've got 67% possession, 16 attempts on goal, 6 on target, so we got to be a little bit more clinical and actually hit the target with all the shots we're taking. And yeah, the stats don't lie. I think we dominated that game for the most part. It was a little bit closer than I would have liked. But that just comes down to being clinical and just being organized, which we are really not right now. We're very inconsistent. Even within games, we have certain spells where we're doing really well, and then we just give the ball away a bunch, and then we let teams back into the game, or we fall behind. We just need to work on consistency. We need to make some signings this month as well and offload some players. Now, with today's win against Rangers, we actually move up to 4th in the Europa League, which is crazy because, we're in 52nd place in the Premier League, but we're actually in the top 5 in another league. So it's a good feeling, It's a little strange being in the top 5 with this United team, but hey, I think there's honestly a decent chance we could make the final and hopefully even win it, especially if we make those signings like I was just talking about. It's obviously not going to be easy, but I do think it's possible. So yeah, guys, that was today's game against Rangers at Old Trafford. It was a very stressful game, a very frustrating game. It's a game where we should have scored more goals because we had a ton of attempts, a lot of very close attempts too. And to only get 2 goals against a team like Rangers is kind of crazy. Considering we hit the post, we had a disallowed goal, and multiple attempts on target, so the fact that we only got 2 is kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on today's game. I'm happy we got the win. Now we've got Fulham on Sunday. I really, really hope we win that game because we absolutely need to. If we don't get all 3 points against Fulham on the weekend, we are going to be in a very, very bad spot. Worse than we already are. So stay tuned for my reaction on Sunday, but let me know what you guys thought about today's Europa League game.